I've been working on this story for a while. The documents come from Gun Owners of America, and they are internal documents to the ATF, and it absolutely destroys a ATF case. This is the evisceration of the U.S. government versus Hoover and Ervin, the AutoKeyCard case. What's up, Wolverines? Welcome back to the channel. My name is John Crump. I'm an investigative journalist that keeps an eye on the 2A space. Do me a favor, like the video, comment down below, and be sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications. Today we are brought to you by JSD Supply. JSD Supply is your #1 source for all things 80%. They sell polymer 80s, and they even sell their own MUP1, which is based on the SIG P320. They sell slides and parts as well. Check them out at JSD Supply, and you can use code CRUMP to get $10 off your order and free shipping. Okay. Before I begin, the AmmoLand article is down below in the description that I wrote. That's a lot more in-depth, and also there's a link to all the files that you need if you want to look through them yourself. But I'm going to try to break it down here in a video. Before we get into the new evidence, let's go ahead and talk about what happened. Christopher Justin Ervin sold a metal card with a outline of a lightning link on it. He sold these things as novelties. Some were bottle openers, some were just pieces of art. But he sold them on his website, AutoKeyCard.com. He entered into a sponsorship agreement with Matt Hoover of CRS Firearms. Matt advertised the AutoKeyCard on his popular YouTube channel, and the relationship was going well. The sales were up, so much so that the ATF took notice. In March of 2021, the ATF arrested Justin on charges of distributing machine guns. You see, there is this archaic rule that says if something can make something a machine gun, it is a machine gun. And they claim that the AutoKeyCard, even though it was a drawing on a piece of metal, was a machine gun. So they arrested him for distributing machine guns in violation of the National Firearms Act of 1934. Matt Hoover, for his part, started raising funds for his old advertiser, legal funds to help him out. He raised around $60,000, which was given over to Ervin's dad to help with the legal case. Fast forward a year, in April of 2022, ATF agents arrested Matt Hoover and charged him with conspiracy. The conspiracy was that he advertised the AutoKeyCard on his YouTube channel, which drove sales, which is what a sponsorship does. They also accused him of raising funds for Justin's legal defense fund so he could get Justin out of jail so they can start reselling the AutoKeyCard and making more money. I know, totally ridiculous, right? At the time, GOA reached out through me and offered to help Matt. GOA wanted to provide a legal team and pay the initial retainer to get the ball rolling. Matt decided to go a different direction, and he went with the lawyers that he felt could give him the best chance of winning the case. Currently, Matt's legal team is going for a motion for dismissal, claiming that the NFA is unconstitutional under the Bruin decision. GOA, for their part, kept on working on the case behind the scenes, even though that they weren't connected to the actual case, because they believe that this case is more than just about Matt Hoover and Justin Ervin. They see this as the ATF wrongfully using their power, and the group views the ATF prosecution of Hoover as stifling to free speech. So they did a lot of research and used a lot of FOIAs to pull every document that they could internally from sources as well, and use sources that are already out on the internet to eviscerate the case. GOA gave all the documents over to Amelin for independent analysis, and that's what Amelin did. And we also contacted other legal experts, and they all agree the ATF's internal documents, their own documents, show that the AutoKeyCard falls well outside what a machine gun is. And this isn't just what I believe a machine gun is. This is what the ATF says is a machine gun. And the AutoKeyCard is not that. So we're going to go through some of the documentation, and I'm going to put it up on the screen. All the links are down below. And we're going to talk about what different things say and how the case is BS. And this is as close to a get out of jail free card as you can get for Matt and Justin. One of the things that GOA did turn up was an approval letter for a machine sear mounting body with a template attached. So basically it was a template, and it's up on the screen right now, and you could just cut it out and you had an auto sear. And that is very, very interesting, but that's not the only thing that they found. They also found an AK flat with a template attached to the side of it, and you could cut out the template and make it into a machine gun. They also found an AK flat that had it etched on the side of it. Sounds very familiar, right? And all you had to do is drill out the holes and you had a machine gun. They also found numerous stem tubes with stencils on them, and these were approved. And all you needed to do was cut out the outlines of the template and install a parts kit, and you had a Sten submachine gun. And all these were approved. And not only were they approved, the ATF said that these items fell well outside the scope of not only the NFA, but the GCA, and were not regulated inside the country. They said that they were regulated for export because they were considered gun parts, but they could be sold directly to the consumer inside the country without going through an FFL, and were outside the ATF's purview of regulation, which is really, really big. Then if you look at the ATF's own NFA manual on page 11, it talks about conversion devices. A conversion device is like a lightning link, a drop-in auto sear, anything like that. And it says that a conversion device is only a machine gun if it is designed solely and exclusively to be a conversion device, which means if it's anything else, it cannot be a conversion device. So the AutoKeyCard, which was sold as a novelty, cannot be considered a machine gun because it was sold as a novelty. Some even had bottle openers on them. So it wasn't designed solely and exclusively as a machine gun. And it doesn't matter what Hoover said or anything else like that. It's what Ervin says because he's the guy that designed and produced them. So he is saying that he produced them as a novelty. And on the website, it said it was a novelty and works of art. Nowhere on the website does it say this is a conversion device that is designed solely and exclusively to be a conversion device to convert your semi-automatic rifle into a fully automatic rifle. Nowhere. So unless the ATF can get in his head and extract his memories, they are going to have a real hard time proving that it was solely made to be a conversion device, which I think is a big deal. But that is not the smoking gun at all. Here is the get out of jail free card. The picture you are looking at on your screen is the exact moment where the ATF says a Swift link or a Lightning link they're both the same thing, just different names, will be considered a machine gun. According to the ATF, a lightning link only becomes a lightning link when there is a template attached to show you where to bend and it is cut to the exact dimensions of a lightning link. Now, if we look at the AutoKeyCard, it is not cut to the exact dimensions of a lightning link. It is nowhere near the exact dimensions of a lightning link because it's not cut out at all. It's just an etching on a metal card. Now, the ATF's letter states that this is not a machine gun. It is not regulated under the GCA, and it is not regulated under the NFA. And they're charging Hoover and Ervin with violating the NFA when their own internal documents say that the item that Ervin sold on his website is not a machine gun. There's no way around this. This is a get out of jail free card if I've ever seen one. So what can we do? We can pass this on to his lawyers, which I already have by the time you are watching this video, and we can read through it and look for other things that I might have missed, that GOA might have missed. Everything is available on the GOA FOIA site, and the article on MLN detailing everything in more depth is also listed below. And that's all I really have for you today. And I hope you have a great day. All right, guys, that is it. Stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keep in the fight. I am out of here. CRS, Ervin, I'm with you guys. All right. Wolverines, motherfucker.